So we'll try it again. So remember, you're gonna lean forward, walk your arc, wave at the top of her hip 3 times. So lean, 2, 3, there you go. Now stop and rub her. And then you'll try it again. So now you'll get yourself back in position and then just rub her. Because with an antsy horse like Lady, she might have kept moving the whole time. And then when you're ready, try it again. But remember, lean, pull her head, top of the hip, wave the stick 3 times. 1, stay over, 3, that's better, okay? Because you're thinking about it, we're getting You want to stay bent over till you think she's done or where you want her. Okay, so try it again. So you'll pull, lean, top of hip, 2, 3, I would tap, good job. And then see how she spun around and looked at you, and that's what you want. Now you can rub her.
I think I stood up too soon though.
That's okay, but see, you're conscious now of what you're doing. Yep, and then you'll get yourself back on the side you were doing. It's hard, we get confused, like which side was I on? All right, so when you're ready, try it again. That's okay. It's because you are standing tall and you lift the stick. So you want to stay relaxed so she knows she's not supposed to move. That's right. And then breathe. Yep, and then I don't look at them when they're on break. And then when you're ready, you bring your energy up even though you're leaning forward. So she has a cue. 2, 3. Good job. Yep.
Except for I almost tripped.
That's okay. Now rub her. Now, do you think you got it or you want to try it again?
I'll do one more.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, and then remember, get yourself in position. Stay relaxed and breathing till you're ready to go. Otherwise, the horse starts getting antsy. Like, they're going to hit me in 2 seconds. I'm going to run. Yep, so if she starts moving, you keep rubbing. Yeah, they like scratches. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Good. So again, good. You did everything right, but we're going to do it again because we don't want to end on that one. So now you'll rub her, but stay relaxed and breathing, and then you'll do it again. And again, you're not hitting her hard at all. You're doing a great job, and she's responding. But we always wanted to end on a good one before we start the next thing, which will be the lunging. There you go. That was a really good one. Then stand up and rub her. Okay. So now we're going to start the lunging. So now what I'm going to have you do is to start, you're just going to get your space from her. So all I want you to do is just back her up and then just let her stand there. So back her up so she's like 6 feet away. And then I'm going to talk you through it, but don't do it yet. Keep going a little bit farther. That's pretty good. Okay. So when I tell you, the rope will be in your left hand, you will hold the rope and point to the left so it pulls her head to the left. Okay. If she doesn't move, you will wave that stick towards kind of the corner of her neck, so her neck where it goes into her shoulder blade, because that's the drive line and that's where we're pushing her out. Okay. And then when she's out there, if she gets close, you would poke the stick kind of towards her belly. And if she wouldn't move, but we're just going to do this at a walk, this is just for practice, if she wouldn't move, then we would wave the stick at her hindquarter. So as she's going, you're always trying in your head to look at her girth or the hindquarter and not her head, because the head is the brakes. Okay? All right, so when you're ready, you're going to send her out. So you're going to point with the left hand, wave the stick directly at her. There you go. Now lower the sticks and just keep her out. Now walk to the left with her, not away from her, if that makes sense. And don't worry about going any faster. This is fine because we're just practicing. There we go. So I just clocked because she was getting confused. Yeah. Now you can lower your stick and let the rope go a little longer because you don't want to get exhausted holding the stick. And you shouldn't have to hold her out with the stick. It's the same thing. You ask her to go out, then you lower the stick down. Okay. I'm going to get on the outside of the circle. She might get confused for a second, okay? So you just keep her going this direction. Yeah. And then remember, the stick's heavy, so you just, if you can rest it, you want to rest it, and then you pick it back up when you need it. When I tell you we're going to turn her and we're going to stop, okay? When we go to turn her, you will pull on that rope. So you can always shorten it up before you do it. And then you pull on it, so you pull her head, and then you're gonna lean over and wave the stick towards her butt, hopefully just once, and she'll turn around and then just stand still, okay? Now, as you go to do it, if you need to shorten the rope before you pull, the hand that has the stick will hold your rope down by the spanker, and the left hand slides down because that's the hand that's pulling. So that needs the shorter part of the rope. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. So just now, don't turn her, but the hand that has the stick,
Yes.
touch the rope under your other hand. Yep, now go back so she doesn't stop.
Oh.
Just continue what you're doing. Let go of the rope again. Just go back to what you were doing. So let the rope, that's it. So that's what you would do, and then you would slide your left hand further down the rope. So it gives you a way to hold the rope and then shorten it. Does that make sense? Okay, so right now your stick hand, grab the bottom of the rope, slide your left hand down. It was okay because she's trying. Now slide your left hand down the rope towards her head.
Okay.
Now you pull, yes, but you did it all too late. So hang on a second. The left, stand up tall, and wait, there you go. So now just let her go around a circle or two before you do it, and just relax and think. But it's hard. It is like a dance, and we fumble in the beginning. You're looking at the wrong hip. You should have looked at that hip, but when you did it, it looked like you were looking at her chest.
I think I was looking at her chest when I started pulling her head.
Yeah, so you don't look at her chest, you don't look at her head at all. You just pull,
Okay.
and then we're back to disengaging the hindquarters.
Okay.
Okay, so send her the same way. So we want to do the same way until we get it right. Wave that stick at her towards her neck, and if she's close enough, you poke her with it so she understands, don't get in my space. I'm another mare, and I'll kick you with my stick, okay? So remember, when you do it, you'll shorten the rein, pull on her head, but don't look at it. Look at her butt. Better. Except you kept pulling her in. So as she turned, you pulled on the rope and you pulled her into your space. So now that's okay. We just made a mistake. Back her back out. So you stay still, keep wiggling. Yep, keep wiggling. And then you're going to send her back the same direction. So wave that stick at the corner of her neck, at it, clock if she doesn't get it, and then push. When she comes into your space, lower the stick and push it into her ribs so you make it uncomfortable to come in your space. Does that make sense? Okay, get her a little bit farther out. So if she won't go out, don't wave it back and forth, wave it up and down. It's a different, that's it, like you're gonna hit, see how a big difference? Yes. Now we don't want her going fast, so don't clock, because this is much easier if you do it slow. Okay, so when you're ready, you're gonna do the steps. Slide down. Where are you looking?
On her hip.
Yep. Now, did you take a step towards her hip? No. Remember, it goes into disengaging the hindquarter. So you're not just holding the stick and waving it. You got to go
I got
towards it. You have to step towards it so she knows to spin around. So that whole thing we did ahead of time, now we're trying to put in all the steps but not skip any steps. Okay. Towards her neck. Yes. So lower your stick. You're too aggressive. You don't want her to think you're going to clock her in the head. Yes. Okay. So go around. That's fine. You can start.
I'm trying to think of everything.
You can't think as you do it. You have to think before and then try it. So I would start again. Because again, while she's walking, this is what you want to do. You want to, don't do it, but you want to think stick hand grabs the bottom of the rope. Slide my hand down, lean forward, and step towards her hindquarter. Nope, stop. You're doing too many steps. So you, for some reason, just tried to pull her that direction. And it's on video, so you'll see.
Yeah.
So remember, we are just stopping and standing. So you tried to
Not pull.
That's right. You just are disengaging the hindquarters, and then she should stand. See how close she is to you?
Yeah.
So that's all a mistake and confusing the horse.
Right.
So we have to do it again. So first you got to back her out. Yep, keep after her. But this is how we learn. That's why if we don't have someone pointing out these mistakes, the horses rear up, buck, kick at us because they are so confused. They're like, what? And that's how they say, what are you talking about? Yes. So again, You can think about it. If you need a break, you just stand here and think about how to do it. Otherwise, you send her out. But before you do the turn, think all the steps ahead of time and then try to put it together. Towards her neck. Now lower your stick. Good. Good. So she's fast enough, because the faster she does it, the better you have to be at this. Okay. Okay, you didn't step in your arc and you didn't wave the stick towards her. You just bent over and then you pointed at her. So you have changed the directions. So she's not bad. She's just not doing it 100% correct. Okay, so you just try it again. So while you're standing here, though, think step, wave the stick, step, wave the stick. But you have to be bent over when you do it too. Okay, now lower your stick. Yep. And just poke her if she's getting close. Yep. But when you poke her, it's got to be hard so she knows to go. Yep. And then stare at her butt. Lower your stick. Because you don't want to threaten her. You just want it up and then down. Okay. So think about everything before you try. She's trying to help you out so much. That was better. Now back her out of your space. So don't rest with her in your space. Good. Now take a breather. So just stand here for a minute. Now, if she doesn't go out, I would have hit her there because she wasn't listening to you. Yes. Now, lower your stick. And again, if she's in, poke her. Yep. That's it. Now, take your time. Think it out before you try it. She's trying to help you. Stop. You're overturning her like you're going the other direction. So you're doing the next step when we haven't finished one. Now back her out because she's too close. Because again, every time we stop her in our space, Minnie then thinks that's the correct answer. So even though I have 1,000 times backed her out of my space, she goes, with this lady, I'm supposed to be in it. Because every time I am, she tells me yes. So you have to constantly back her out when you're done. So we just practiced with me just standing there. Okay, so try it now. 1, 2, hit her. There you go. Good. Now take your time again before you turn her. Think about it, okay? That's okay. You knew it was wrong. Now, is she close? I'd back her up a little bit. But it was better. And you realized you did the wrong thing. And that's part of it. So again, we're going to keep going the same direction. So you'll point, wave. So point your hand out so it pulls on that rope. That's it. 1, 2, you're fine. You got it. See how much more respect she has now? She's like, oh, now she's clear. Now lower your stick though. There you go. And then think about it before you do it. So remember, you have to step towards your butt as you lean and wave the stick. Perfect. Yep, now stop. Now see, she's far away. She gave you 2 eyes. That was exactly it. So now let her sit there for a minute as her reward. So you want to be relaxed. So that's why we take our eyes off and we just sit and breathe and we kind of make our body like a C. So she knows I did it right. And now I just get to stand here and relax without anybody staring at me. Ready? Try, send her out again.
Same direction?
Yep, same direction. That's it. Good. Then lower your stick. Perfect. Yep. If she comes into it, you just shove that stick forward into her wrist. There you go.
She's farting.
You're pushing out farts. But this is good. This only works with the fiberglass sticks. If you try to do this with the lunge whip people, this will not work. There, you did it too fast, and I don't think you thought it out ahead of time. Okay? So just start again. She did it semi-right, and then lower your stick. But that time, you'll see, when you see the video, a big difference on how you did it. So you always want to think, and there's no rush. Yes, so you kind of got it. It's just you didn't do it all together and you didn't take that step at the same time you were pulling her head. So try it again. But this is why I didn't want to stop with that first one, because it's just like the horses. They do it right once and then they can't do it right again. Yes. Good. So we have to at least do it a couple of times, or, you know, if it was an hour later, that's different. Okay, so think it out before you do it. We always have to think of all the steps we have to do. It's pull, step forward. Yes, that's okay. So she is picking up your signals and she's trying to help you do it right. So even if she does it and she's standing there the right, you still do your steps so you get to practice it. So try it again. And then sometimes people go, well, do I have to do it? And I go, yes, because someday you're going to have a horse that doesn't know how to do it and you have to teach it. Okay. Good. Towards her neck, remember. There you go. Good job. So remember, even if she does it, you go through the steps. It's pull, lean forward, step towards her hind quarter. And again, once you can do this, you can teach the horse lots of things. So. I would try it again.
Okay.
Yes. Because to me, it looked like you're looking at her head. Instead, you went towards her hind quarter, but it kind of... Yes, but that's okay. Just try it again. And then lower your stick. That's it. But yeah, so even though you're pulling on her head, you don't want to look at the head. You want to look at the hind quarter.
I lost my hand on that one.
Yep, that's okay. So again, you're realizing the things you're doing wrong. So just try it again. But you got her licking her lips. So that's good. She's like, how many times are we doing this to the left? So towards her neck, that's it. So then you raise your stick a little too high.
I do?
Yes, when you're doing this, when you're sending her out, it's a little sky high. It looks like you're going to club her in the head.
Okay.
So you want to raise it up, just not as high. So try it again, send her out. That's better. Yep, that's all you got to do. Perfect. Okay, so remember, think the steps. There's no rush to do it. Yeah, so a little bit uncoordinated. So do it again. Yeah. And then try not, if you're close, don't back out of her space. Make her back out of yours because it's just more training to add on to her. Good. So it's just you're not doing the steps all together. That's all. So remember, pull, step, wave, stick. Yes. Now stop with that one. Yep. You waved it a couple times, but that's okay. Yep. So now give her a break. Remember, you'll pull, make sure she's back enough, and then wave towards her neck. And if you can hit her, if you waved it 2 or 3 times and you can hit her, then you kind of just hit her in that next, and that just pushes her out. Yes. Now again, everything will be different this direction. So you want to think about it before you do it, and you don't want to look at her head. You'll pull, but then you're going to look at your horse's right hip, which is the hip you're looking at now.
Oh, I forgot to wave my stick.
That's okay. Now just back her out. But again, see, you're figuring out the things you're doing wrong, and that's one of the biggest things is to know when we're doing it right and wrong, and to just do it until we do it right. So try it again. Yeah, if you can hit her. She's getting confused. There you go. Because some of the times you're waiting, wave it towards her. Yep, go towards her. Because if she's screwing around, you're like, she keeps spinning, then they're either confused or they're messing with you. Yep. Now she's done it twice, so the next time I would just reach out and hit her with that stick. Because she's probably like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired of practicing. And we're like, too bad. I paid your board bill. Good.
Probably a combination of me just not putting on.
Hit her in the neck. Hit her. Hit her. Go towards it. Go right at her. Go pull her right and then go right at her. There you go. So this is just a temper tantrum. It's good to see because other people will learn from it. Yep. So let her just keep going for a bit before we try the turn. So she works out of her temper tantrum. Yep. You're doing a good job. But again, see, if we didn't hit her neck and she'd reared up,
Yeah.
Then they take the rope, run away, and then all of a sudden they're in charge. Good, she's getting better. And when you're ready, you can probably do it. Yes, but are you looking at her head?
I was.
Yes, that's okay.
And I'm a little dizzy.
That's okay. So stand there, take a break. She acts up. Okay, so again. Good job. Now she knows you're a little bit meaner. And you put your stick down, so that was perfect. So you're getting it. So remember, stare at her butt when you do turn her, even if she spins all the way around trying to help you out. But, good. That's okay. That's okay. Now just take a break. Don't let her walk forward though. And then you make your body a C and relax and breathe. But if she came more forward, you would just back her out. Yep. And just breathe through your mouth so you stay relaxed. Yep. Then when you're ready, this is good. She's going completely to sleep. Then you ask her again. But she's gone from a temper tantrum to doing what you want, and that's spectacular. So wave it towards her neck when you're ready and point. Wave it. That's it. So again, if she comes close enough, you can poke her or hit her, then you do it. It's not your fault. She's coming into your space. You gave her the option to go out. If she comes in it, she's got to learn what comes next, because they can't run over the top of us. Okay, you're doing good. Yep, now stop. It's okay. It was kind of disorganized, but you did parts of it, right? So take another break, and then when you're ready, same direction. Yeah. But that's, again, that's why practicing at home will make it much easier. If you go home and you have time and you practice tonight, tomorrow it'll be easier. But if we don't, it's hard to practice with a horse that's running around while we're trying to get the steps down. Yeah. Neck. Good job. Yeah, and then stare at her side, not her head. So once they're out, then it's always stare at their side or their hind quarter.
I was staring at her head.
That's okay, everybody does. Yeah, that's okay. That was pretty good. So now I would just stop and rest.